Yo, what is up, boys? Today is not motovlog day, but we have a very, very special day because this is the first time we've done anything. So if you saw by the title, today we are working on the Grom. As you can see by all the stuff laid out on the floor here, just wanted to start this video out with a quick to Honda. Those bolts were glued in. I was watching a YouTube video because I'll be honest, I don't know how to put on frame sliders. So I was watching a YouTube video on how to do it and he said the bolts were tight. He was not lying at all. Those bolts are glued in there. They quad X, triple, quad, double quad Loctited them motherfuckers. But I got this side loose. I just wanted to make sure I could get the bolts off before I even did this. And I almost stripped one of them, but we didn't. So Honda, that one's for you. So I've got the right side loose. Nothing's unboxed yet. We gotta work on the left side. I think it's time we install frame sliders because I need them. For what I plan on doing with this bike, I need frame sliders. So let's get to installing them. All right, so I'll show you what I've done so far real quick. This is literally all I've done. So I've loosened this bolt, and this bolt, because this is where they mount to. So that is literally all I've done. As you can see, the box is still completely closed right there with my phone on it. Frame sliders are in here. We're gonna get them out, organize them and everything, but can you see the amount of tools it took to get these fucking bolts out? And yeah, the impact had to come out. Not for these, that's a little risky, but this main engine bolt here was, I mean, the tightest bolt I've ever had to get off in my life, but still no match for the impact. So we've made it this far. Now I gotta see what I gotta do next. Probably unbox all this stuff, but let's find out. So the bags are labeled left and right, and they go on where you're sitting on the bike. So I'm on the right-hand side, so I'm gonna start separating left from right. So these plates aren't labeled, but let's see what they look like. Not bad looking plates. So we're gonna have to figure out which one's left and which one's right. I think it might go, this one's this way. Yeah, so that one's this side, I think, and then this one will be on the other side. And then obviously, these don't really matter, I don't think, and neither do the pucks, but this is what they look like. They're red, just like that. Have to go with red, obviously. It's not gonna stay red for long though, so new color reveal coming soon. So I guess these can just stay indifferent. Then here's the pucks. Feels kind of light. It's like, is that really gonna save the bike? Like, listen, I don't even know. I don't know what kind of material that is. Probably like, I don't know, Delrin? Is that what people say? I don't know. And then I think this is the new engine bolt. So this mounts where the main engine bolt goes. So it's gonna go on the other side and come through like this. So the new, that's why we had to loosen this big bolt up here, because this is the new engine mounting bolt, the main engine mounting bolt. And then just some hardware. So it's time to figure out what we gotta do next. All right, boys, we're now going into the bag. So I've looked into it. This spacer, it's like the middle one. There's a small and a middle one. So the longer one is towards the front, and the smaller one, the 12 mil, I think is what it is towards the back. And these screws, of course, are different lengths, and the taller screw goes towards the front, and this one goes right here. So let's get those out. Got one, two, had to break out the hex key. Now, obviously, I'm not gonna tighten those down right now. Oh, you know what? I forgot to take out the engine bolt. Shit, it's gonna have to come back out. Oh, well, shit. Forgot about that. Uh-oh, where'd that other spacer go? Found it, got it. Now I gotta take this bolt out. All right, back in, here we go, next step. All right, now we go to the other side of the bike. So we've come to the other side. Here is the old engine bolt. I know it's kind of hard to see. And the new one is sticking out right here. So nothing should shift. It should be able to line up. But now I think we're getting ready to remove these three bolts. So now all these parts I had to go by, we're gonna go right here and we're gonna pop them off. All right, so now it is these three bolts. I made sure we got the side right. It's right, it lines up right there. So we're doing this shit, boys. Okay, here they go, getting ready to be a pain in the fucking ass again. There's one. There's two. Now this one's gotta be a pain. All right. This is always the most nerve-wracking part. I hate unloosening bolts because if they snap, you're having a bad day. But they came out, let's get them. So on this side, like I said, this isn't a tutorial. I'm just figuring out how to do it with you, but I'm installing it. These two are the same, so they get the same size right here, and then this long bolt gets the long spacer, yoink, just like that. All right, here we go. There we go. Oh, bitch. No, you don't. Ooh, there we go. All right, I think she's in, just like that. We're gonna tighten these down. Not all the way, because things are gonna wanna move. All right, boom, they're on. Let's see what's next, boys. Now we've got our big ass engine bolt. Oops, hit the paint. Got the big ass engine bolt. It's time to go through here, but we need to find a washer and a spacer. We're gonna put this on, just like that. Boom, got the other spacer, and it's gonna go behind here. We're cooking, boys. Oh fuck, hang on, I dropped it. She's under control. There we go. Boom. Perfect. Easy, just like that. All right, so now we're back on the other side. Now we've got to get this spacer in here, and I'm gonna use some help. So Michaela, can you pull out the big bolt I just put in? Okay, push it through slowly. Yep, push all the way through. Okay, all the way. Now push it as far as it'll go in. Is that it? Yep. All right, perfect. Other spacers in, boys. So here is the nut. Now this is the one that came with it. I don't know if I can like recycle the other nut. I think I probably could. I can. Ooh, so should I do the new nut or the stock nut? I'll think about it and let you know what I decide to do. So I went with the other nut, even though it's like not like a nylon locking one, so it kind of scares me, but it went on easier than the old Honda one. So there we go. She is on right here, boys. So now it's time to move on to the actual pieces right here. So on the right side of the bike, we want long bolt, washer, boom, and we're gonna slide it through this. Slide this in there. Now, steel spacer, boom. And then now, whatever the hell this piece is, goes on to here, just like that, boom. All right, so now basically, it's literally the same on the other side. There's our second piece assembled.
Michael! Don't leave me here! My house!
All right, now this part could be a little bit of a pain. We gotta get this rod in between here, and then we've gotta get this piece started in there. So I'm just gonna go, oh, like that. There we go. All right, boom, we got her started. Now the other side, on the left side. Here we go. All right, we're on, boom. Just like that, fellas. She is in there, sick. This job has been a little bit of a pain in the ass, I'm not gonna lie, but let's go find out what's next. So that's basically it. So now I'm just gonna go around and tighten everything and make sure everything is good and tight and not gonna fall off, and it's actually gonna serve its purpose of protecting the bike. So let's get everything tightened up and ready to go. Boom, that's tight. Now let's go do the other side of this. All right, boom, those are tight. Boom. All right, other side. Last one. That bitch is tight. That fucker isn't going anywhere. All right, boys, we are almost done. There's just one piece left, the last piece. Let's try to get that as straight as we possibly can. Boom, pushed in, just like that. Oh yeah. All right, one more side, last one. Boom. There she is, boys. As you see, we are done. We got both beauties sitting right here. Working on that one soon, but I'm glad I got the frame sliders on this because there's definitely some wheelie videos coming back up. So now I feel a little bit better. It's not gonna like protect the bike, but it's gonna add a little bit of protection. Hopefully it should. That's what you pay money for, right? To protect it. But I'm gonna go ahead and do like a ride test and show you what they look like and how much girth they do add. So right now I'll just show you from the front and the side, and then I'll do a little bit of a moto vlog portion to see if I can tell the difference, like if my shin hits them, if my leg hits them or anything like that. So this is what they look like right now. So from the front, can't even really see them until you go like this. Whoop, there they are. And you can kind of see them stick out just a little bit. So here's the full side shot. This is kind of what they would look like from the back. Kind of hard to see, but they are right up there. And then the other side, just like that. So now let's go on a little moto vlog test and see how they do. So she is on. They're on. You can see them down there on that side and down there on that side. Luckily, I don't kick them. Like my leg completely misses it, even if I wanted to like kick straight out. I do not hit them. I hope it adds a little bit of protection, but from what it looks like, this fairing sticks out farther than that. So of course, Honda fairings really aren't too expensive to replace, and as long as they protect the good components, you know, I'll be happy. Just protect the most important stuff is my thing. But to be honest, I actually don't hate the way that they look, and it adds a little sense, even if it's fucking false. You know, they could do nothing. We don't know. In order to test them, you have to drop the bike, and that is something that I don't want to do. They kind of are perfectly hidden by my legs, so it's not like I have these like big bug eyes, like these blinkers sticking out. If I want to know if they're there, whoop, they're right there. The install, let's see, let's give it a rating. If you have the tools and you have a video to watch, I'd probably say it was like a 4 maybe a 5, but because I had to go spend $40 in just tools alone, that sucked, because it's an 8mm socket, and then of course this, you know, whatever, the new nut that they put on, that they give you in this kit, is bigger. It's way bigger. It actually went up like 3 sizes from the old Honda nut, so it's not that big of a deal. Luckily I had the sizes, but it needed a bunch of tools, and I'm not joking, those like case bolts were absolutely glued on with the force of fucking the God of War man himself, okay? Like, I tried to get them off with like normal shit. No, dude, look at my hand. Like, can you see like where it's all bruised and red and shit? I don't know if you can see that, but oh man. So far, the Mishimoto or the Mimotos or whatever the fuck these is, the Kimimoto, they're actually not bad, but I'm done yapping. I hope you guys enjoyed the install. I'm glad we finally got to do a Grom install. Of course, it wasn't the easiest. After we got the right tools, it was pretty easy. So, you know, I'm not too mad at it, but I hope you guys enjoyed the install. You already know the drill. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, comment, share with a friend, and I will see you in the next one. Later.